All right, step 7 is the contract phase. Offers accepted. Now in this example, the listing agent has prepared the contracts, filled them all out, and sent them to you to get your buyer to sign the contract documents. So you, at this point, need to send those documents to me to review them, or somebody to put eyes on them, make sure everything looks good. Send them to your coach, make sure that everything looks good. If you're a newer agent and you need some help with it, no problem. You can either send the document directly, or you can go to your transaction room, click on people, and make sure that you add your coach to your room. Click on invite and add a person as a room owner. Okay, so either way, and then if you upload the document to the room, then your coach can see it, and whoever you're inviting can then see it that way. So listing agent sent you the contract documents. I'm going to show you a couple ways that you can upload them. You can go into your email and you can simply grab the documents. Let's say they sent you the lead-based paint and the contract. You can grab them and just drop them right into DocuSign, and they'll upload like that. That's usually how I do it. I'm in archive documents. Or you can hit add document, click on computer, and you can find the document on your computer if you had saved it to your desktop. So however you do that, however you would upload a document somewhere, you can find them and upload them that way, right? So once they're in DocuSign, transaction rooms, now you need to get your buyer to sign them. So I have a whole video just on this, how to put a document in DocuSign and get somebody to sign it. But I'm going to walk you through it real quick here. Select the documents you want to be signed, create an envelope. Now, the signatures and the initials are not going to be on here because somebody else sent you this document already filled out. So you're going to have to take the busy work of dragging and dropping the initials and the signatures to everywhere that they belong on the document. So put them in your room, create an envelope, click on either room participants or email address. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Type in your name, type in your client's name. Keep using Heather as an example. Right? Names and emails, click next, and now we're going to take our times, and I'm not going to go into it here. I'm just going to show you this one time. Watch the other video on my channel if you're unable to figure this out, because I go over how to use DocuSign to do this. Super easy and straightforward. I'm going to zoom out a little bit because it's way too much. So, okay, these are all checked off, so we're going to put initials where they belong. So we have to put initials here. This is for the seller side, actually, so we need to put them on the buyer side. Right down here, purchaser's acknowledgement. Okay, Heather's my buyer, so she needs to sign here. She needs to initial here. She needs to initial here. She needs to sign here. The date needs to go there, and then the buyer's agent is me. And so to switch over to me, you just click on this, click my name, click signature. You can see how mundane this is. It's very, very easy. Date signed, there, boom. I'm going to continue on. That's lead-based paint. Now the contract is already filled out and I checked and it all looks good. Awesome. So now we need to put signatures where they go. So we're the selling broker, not the listing broker. Put my buyer signature here, put the date signed here, right? Okay, we get to this page here and oh my gosh, they forgot to put in the address of the buyer. No problem. We can go onto the left side here and click text box and you can type in the address right here, 123 Main Street. Boom, address done. Keep moving on. Buyer's initials. Buyer's initials. See how fun this is? There's lots of tricks to do this faster, but this is the most straightforward way. Okay, because you can copy it and you can paste it, paste it, paste it. I'm just doing Command C, Command V here. Okay, get the picture. Once the initials and the signatures are all where they need to be, you click send at the top right. Once your buyer signs that and you sign it, you're going to get an email with the completed document. You're going to forward that email with the attachments, with the buyer signed attachments over to the listing agent so that the seller can now sign. That is typically how it goes. Listing agent fills it out, sends it to you with no signatures. Buyer signs it, whether it's in DocuSign or via pen, doesn't matter. Then you upload that PDF or you just forward the completed documents from DocuSign right over to the listing agent so that they can now do their thing with the seller and get the seller to sign it. We do not get the listing agent to sign it. We do not get the seller to sign it. That is for the listing agent to deal with their client. They might use a different system. They might print it out and go to their house and do it with pen. It's not for us to worry about. We just need to worry about getting the buyer's signature. So either way, whether you prepared the contract and sent it out this way, or they sent you the contract, Either way, this is how you can go about doing that. So now let's say you need to fill out the agreement of sale because the listing agent said, yeah, go ahead, you can fill out the contract. Awesome. What you would do is just go to the Documents tab, click Add, DocuSign Forms. And again, I'm going through this very fast because there's so many videos on how to do this, how to connect your DocuSign, all that stuff should be ready at this point. You can click on New Jersey Association of Realtors and we can find the contract here by typing it in. And look, there it is. Click on it, add selected. And now within our room, we can click on this and we can fill this out by starting at the top. We can fill this out, check things off right here. So we represent the buyer, not the seller, unless it's dual agency. Put your name here. Okay, and you're going to just start filling this out. So if this is the first time, generally you and I are going to do this over Zoom together. If it's not, you know the drill here. Start filling this out, put in all the information. Once you're done, hit save and close. Make sure that you hit save and close and that no error pops up here, because if the little error window pops up here, you're going to have to start over if you close out of the document. So make sure there's no error. If there is, figure out what that error is and correct it so you can save and close properly. Now at this point, if you've added me to your room, would be a great time to text me and say, hey, I just filled out the contract for 123 Main Street. Can you go in the room and look at the contract? So I can come in here and I can click on it. I can't edit it, but I can see what you've done. So now I can see all the information and I can say it's good to go, or hey, you should make a change on line 474 or whatever. Once it's good to go, since you filled it out now, it's a little bit faster now, you can check it off. Now you're going to do the same thing we just did for the documents that were already filled out. Check it off, create an envelope. Now we can use pre-tagged roles though. And what we can do is do add recipient, pre-tagged roles, because we're doing the form, not a flat PDF that the listing agent sent us, right? That makes sense. We're going to check off the people that we need to sign at this point. We need the buyer to sign, and we need the buyer's agent to sign. So the buyer's agent is me. So I can find myself over here. And the buyer is Heather. So hit add selected. And now you'll see that pop up here. And if something's wrong here, no problem. You can change it at this point. It won't matter. So if email's not here, email's wrong, the name's not there, you can change it here, not a problem. Then you hit next. And now what you'll see is, you know, in the beginning of this video, I showed you the dragging and dropping of the signatures and the initials to where they go. We won't have to do that now. They are already there for us. That is the benefit of using DocuSign forms. So same thing applies. If there was something that was missing here, something we forgot to type in, we can still click the text box over here and add it at this phase. We can still add, change, or move an initial if we need to. Okay, so no big deal. That's generally how that works. And then you hit send and it'll go out to your buyer. So that's it. That's the end of the contract phase. Both parties need to sign this, and then attorney review will begin the next business day after the fully executed contract has been delivered to either the buyer or the seller. So the fully executed contract needs to be delivered, not received. Just needs to be delivered for it to begin tomorrow. Email is a sufficient form of delivery. So make sure that you confirm receipt when you email this out. Like, hey, make sure still that you get receipt of the contract. So next step 8 is next steps, email and escrow. We're going to try and keep our buyer, again, set those expectations, just focus on getting the contract signed, walk them through this if you need to, ask them to give you a list of questions. Then you're going to do the next steps email. We're going to, once it's fully signed, that's our next step. Step 8 is fully executed contract, next steps, scheduling inspections, escrow deposit, and all that kind of fun stuff. See you in that video.